Guys, this is my 2001 Honda Odyssey, and here is the engine tensioner, the belt for compressor and alternator. So it has some bolts. It makes noise when you turn the engine on. So turn the engine on. As you heard, that was from the tensioner. The noise from the tensioner. We're going to do two things in this video. First, replace the tensioner, and also then replace the belt. So this video can be helpful for two category of people. Either you're replacing your belt or replacing the tensioner. So you will learn both in this video. So how it works is the belt is on this diagram in red. I created this in Photoshop. So the belt goes around alternator and then comes down from the diagram on the right side from alternator to AC compressor, and then goes to the main engine pulley, which is a big one, and then goes to the tensioner, and it circulates clockwise. So the tensioner's job is to push the belt down so it has enough tension, and also when there is a lot of tension, it can go backward up and allows the belt to be a little loosened when it's needed. And also when you need to replace, we are going to push that tensioner up so the belt is loose and you can remove it. Also, another thing you have to notice in the diagram is there are two types of bolts. We have 10mm, the top and bottom, and the middle one is 8mm. So for these you need different sockets, socket 8 and socket 10. So let's get started. So this is the belt for alternator and compressor, and this is the new belt that I just bought. It's a Goodyear, and this is the model in case if you want to see it. So I bought this for I think $20 or something. So I'm gonna replace this. Actually, I just replaced the belt, and the reason for replacing the belt was, now I know, is that the tensioner was faulty and it caused the belt to break down. I just replaced it. So now I'm going to show you how can we remove the tensioner and then replace it with the new one that I have. Here is the new tensioner that I got, and it's made by Goodyear. That's the part number that you see. I bought it for $75. So tensioner. Here is this is how it looks. And this is how it will be installed. This side is up, so that bolt will go up and will be installed. The view that you saw was from the top, so that black piece was the place that the belt goes around. So to remove the tensioner, which is this piece, and its assembly that looks underneath, you need to access the car from the left side, from the right side. So I put a jack, left the car, removed the tire, and also put some extra protection to hold the car. I'm going to remove this one. To remove that, I'm loosening this piece of plastic because I need to access here as well. So I'm using this tool, which I bought it from Home Depot. This is the one. Of course, there is a tool specifically for this purpose, which costs $40, and I don't want to buy it. So I have put that here. Let me go from this side. So I'm going here. Now what I do is I'm pulling towards myself and lifting that pulley of the tensioner. So when I lift that up from the bottom using a screwdriver, I'm gonna remove the belt. So for this purpose here, I need somebody to hold this lever for me down. Okay, using these two screwdrivers, I will try to lift this. You see, it's very loose now. You don't even need a screwdriver. That's it. The belt was removed. The belt is removed now. So I will remove it from the tensioner. Okay, you can leave it now. And that's it. So the belt is removed from that area, so the belt is open. We just need to open two screws for the tensioner, which I'm gonna use from the bottom. So here we need this socket number 10 millimeter, and I forgot to mention that when you open the tensioner, that upper nut is blocked by the pipe that's holding the oil gauge. This pipe here, the oil gauge goes in, and this pipe is being held by a nut. So I have to open that nut and then push that nut, which is the circle is around. So that's the place for the nut, which I have already removed. So then remove that nut and push the oil pipe, and then you can open the upper nut. That is the nut underneath. Okay, so I have to open that nut, which is a little tight and hard. To open this nut, you need to insert the number 10 socket, this one. Insert it with your hand first, and then use the tightening tool later, like this. So first put it, and then use the tool to slowly rotate it a little, and then open it. After using the socket for the center bolt, I've opened it, and because it was too long and the space was very tight, I could not use the tool to go left and right and open it. So I used my finger, inserting it from bottom, from the tire side, and that's the last piece. So I did open this after opening the top nut. The top nut was open from the top, and the center nut was from the bottom. Okay, come here, come this side, and hold this. Okay, so the nut was removed, and here is the auto tension. I just removed it. This is so here are both of these, the bad one and the good one, the new one that I'm gonna install. Same way, I'm gonna insert it from this side, from the bottom up. Remember that these two screws, the small one are here, and the middle one, the long one, which is smaller, this is 8 millimeter, that's nut number 8 or 8 millimeter, and these two are 10 millimeter. So remember, I wasted a lot of time trying to open this with 10 and finally I realized this was 8, so 10, 10 and then 8. So from here I'm going to insert the so here I'm going to insert the tensioner here. Okay, as you can see that this tool is not going to work here because of the thickness of this side. What is it? Okay, when you try to put it like that, this is preventing it, so it's not going to work. So I'm using this one, which takes a little room. I put the upper nut here at this location with my hand. I've tightened it up as much as possible. So here at this location. But now in order to tighten it, I'm using this 10mm long socket. So I'm going to put it first. So here, put the socket first and then try to tighten it with the tool. And here I've put the socket number 10 with a little longer one with the tool, and I'm tightening it now. Now it's time to tighten the nut for the oil gauge holder. So here is the wrench that I've inserted there. Now I'm going to use a satellite dish piece of the 14mm range. I'm going to put it into that pulley that I showed you. This pulley. I'm using this piece. This was from the satellite dish. It's a pipe. So you just need a pipe to insert it into the wrench and pull the wrench so it can turn the tensioner. Here what I did was I've inserted my tool here, number 14 wrench into the tensioner, and then I put a pipe. So pull it back. As you can see, you can pull it back, and that is the tensioner. So push it. So when they push it, it allows the belt to get loosened, and then you can adjust it accordingly and put it to the place that you wish. And just so it just needs a little force here. I'm going to use a screwdriver, a flat screwdriver too. Maybe I need to use 2 screwdrivers. So this is another one. So from the bottom it's okay, just from the top. Okay. Now as you can see, now it's loose. The reason for that is because my assistant is helping me, and she is pushing the tensioner. So can you release the tensioner slowly? Okay, now it's tight. Okay. You can see this is the belt, and that's the belt, and this is the tensioner. You see, when I move the tensioner, the belt gets loose, and then it gets tightened back. So I'm going to remove my pipe, and I'm going to remove my wrench, and now I'm going to ask my assistant to start the engine, and let's check it and make sure. Let me put the gauge. Now turn the engine, please. Okay, turn the engine off. Okay, perfect. It is set properly, and it has absolutely no noise and working. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe to my channel so you can get updated with the other works and videos that I do.